What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima,
And this is not
not
another damn
another damn podcast.
presented by
Our damn
uh,
self.
390 kid.
390. Whoop,
390.
whoop.
Do we have a 390? I'm thinking about the highways. We got 190, we got 290.
Of 290.
Is it a 390? It seems like it should be a 390. I don't I guess not. It's like maybe
I can't think of one
I
offhand. So
imagine that
maybe it's
highway.
not.
Yeah, both born and raised in Chicago. I just imagined the highway that don't exist. Like, is it a 390 or did I imagine that? I'm thinking I imagined it. Yeah.
I don't think it. I know 394, 355.
155. I know. Yeah,
I don't think it is.
not 155. 555. Yeah, 55, 355, 190. That's what I'm. Yeah, it's like it's a 190 is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And there's the guys 90, 94, 57, 80. 80,
Hmm.
that's suburbs. 80 don't run. The 80s in the outside of the map. Chicago, not Chicago. The 80s, that's not Chicago part.
Was
Yeah. 294 is also not Chicago. So 80 and 294, they on the outskirts. But yeah, Chicago land, we call those.
Chicagoland
They don't
because
actually run through
we'll claim y'all.
yeah.
We'll claim y'all.
All
It's
y'all
fine.
294 folks and 355 is like, yeah, like
Close enough. You guys are close enough to Chicago.
yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, it don't exist. 390. But we exist at 390 right here. Yeah.
Yes.
What's good, kid? We are deep into the holiday season now because
Oh yeah.
it's Christmas time. We're
And
not
Hollis
we're not
Queens.
in Hollis, Queens, but as
Mom cooking chicken and collard greens.
long as you don't wash them in the tub, I'm cool. Too soon. Yeah.
I've seen too many of them tub videos. I'm starting to see too many people say that, well, it's fine. It's like, no.
I never seen that. Knock it off, man.
Here's my
Yeah,
tip
well,
that I will give.
we had mamas, grandmamas, aunties. I've never seen one of them
I've
wash
never seen that.
a bathtub in my
Old school, we did in the sink,
yeah. Kitchen sink is where you wash your greens. Nobody
kitchen sink.
you don't
Because
have that. You have
I
greens.
picked me a green on Sunday with my mama.
Yeah,
Naima knows how to pick greens. I may not, you may not be like, really? You know, I know how to pick greens. I picked greens as a child with my mom, but it was never, we were in the kitchen on a Sunday picking. But the tip I will say, if you think that your kitchen sink is too small, if you're just like phobia about your kitchen sink, you can actually buy, like, just buy a huge plastic tote thing or something. Make sure you clean and really, really sanitize it. And then that could just be your thing that you use to wash like a large thing of
that's
green.
that's where what's the name Kamala got it wrong. Is like because back in the day, like the big mamas like they when they would wash them in a tub, it'd be like one of them those big tubs like metal tubs. It's like
Yeah, those wash tubs like
yeah,
that, the big
that's
wash
what
tubs.
people say. Grandma washing greens in the tubs. It wasn't in a bathtub. It's like
Not in the
one of the
bathtub.
big tubs that she put them in. Yeah. But her,
Mhm.
like, she didn't get it, so she said the bathtub. I was like, really? I ain't never heard that before. But
That's
like,
why I say get a tote. You can get a big plastic tote and then just clean and sanitize it thoroughly. And then that'd just be your green washing. And you could just wash it in there.
yeah, but we deep into the holiday season now, though. Yeah, the most wonderful time of year. I just
It's
watch
the most wonderful time.
of the
I
year.
gotta start playing my holiday playlist because I haven't played it yet. I'm gonna start,
Wow.
bumping it while I get some
Dun,
cleaning done
dun,
in this
dun,
house.
dun, 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 dun.
We gotta clean. It helps you clean better when you hear your music. You get to, because it's some things I want to get done before the end of the year. I'm
All
looking at
the
some
souls.
decluttering and some
I'm trying to
just some projects I want to do, some simple projects I know I can get done before the end of the year. I'm like, I can get some simple things done in my house.
because we
Simple tasks.
caroling through the night. Let's go,
I
man.
saw that the alderman lighted up the tree near my house. So like I saw that. So like when I saw that came lit up the
Stony
Saturday
Island,
after
right? Stony
Thanksgiving.
Island, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Saturday after Thanksgiving. Yeah, I saw that.
They lit one on Stony Island by me as well too. We both live near Stony Island. That's hilarious. Like they lit trees up. Yeah.
So I saw that. I was like, oh, okay.
That's cool. That's dope.
That's nice.
Dope. Yeah. So yeah, and oh yeah, written, produced, arranged by Chris Brown this Christmas. Shout out, mom.
Not gonna go there. And I haven't started my holiday movies, my Christmas movies
I
yet.
watched Trading Places. That's what I
I
was.
am gonna start it though soon. I will start it soon, very soon.
You know the little classical theme they play at the beginning.
At the
Dun, 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 dun.
beginning, yeah.
Like showing all the highlights of Philadelphia.
Is that Tchaikovsky or somebody, maybe?
I'm not sure. I could look it up though, yeah. But I know that's how the opening credits go, yeah.
Hmm.
Because like it's very similar to Beverly Hills Cop, except Beverly Hills Cop he was do 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 do. But they show all like the scenes of Detroit and
Of
Beverly Hills.
Detroit, yeah.
Death Trading Places, all the scenes of Philadelphia. They showing like
Philadelphia, yeah.
that, yeah. Showing all the highlights from 80s
That
Philly.
fish market did make I did want to check out that fish market. Like now being like an adult and like get you want to get like your fresh fish. So I do want to go to a market like that where you have like that the fresh you could tell it's like just
The fish was swimming earlier that day, basically.
like they just pulled it out the ocean right now. I want to go to one of those.
That's so
You
fresh.
know?
Yeah.
So I
But
was like, yeah,
Trading
I want to
Places, I
check
like
that.
to start the holiday season off with that one because it starts like right around this time. Like it's right after Thanksgiving. It's when the
Because it
movie
ain't that
starts.
cool being a jive turkey this close to Thanksgiving.
And it ends like a little bit after New Year's because the crop report comes out on January 2nd. So yeah, it ends
Hmm.
after New Year's. So like it's a good holiday, but it covers like the whole holiday
Which
season.
always gets lost in the shuffle for some reason. People don't mention trading places.
Even
They
though
just don't. I don't know
was
why.
like an evil Santa Claus on the way, he dressed like Santa Claus and pulls a gun on Billy Ray and the Dukes. Like, how's that not a Christmas movie? It's like Winthrop dressed up like Santa Claus.
And Ophelia was decorating the tree.
Yeah,
Louis, she was decorating a tree. So I mean,
it's definitely a Christmas party.
that salmon did look good until he pulled out his beard and was
Oh
eating
yeah,
it in the beard. I'm like, there you go.
why looking at him on the bus when he's eating.
Because
He
I'm like,
looked
you
like he
ruined the
stank. Like
smoked salmon. That was a good
when the
smoked
lady
salmon.
moved from him, like he looked like he stank on the bus. He sits
Because
down.
like,
Immediately moves. It's like
I wonder if those were just actual people because it seemed like that was an actual bus, and I don't think that those were actual extras. They just got on a bus with like regular people. I think
that's what it
the way
felt.
they reacted is like how we would react. Because I would have got been moved if somebody who looked like that said that. I would have got been moved. I would
Winthrop
have.
did look like he smelled like when he had that with the Santa Claus. So it's like ugh. He just got up and immediately moved.
I don't think that they were extras. I think they were just regular people. Because they want the authentic reactions of Philadelphia people. So
What I did hear, the other Santa Claus that Billy Ray rips his beard off is like they said that was a local weatherman from Philly, so that was a cool
oh,
little.
that's cool.
And he was still doing well, like years, like 20 years later, he was still on the air. Like, oh, that's cool. Like, yes, he had his moment in Trading Places.
So he could hang his hat like I was in Trading Places.
Oh yeah, Eddie Murphy rips my beard. That's me. It's like it's like it'd be like if Jerry Taft they did in Chicago. It'd be like that, or what Tom Skilling. They'd be like, hey, if Tom Skilling got his beard,
That would have been awesome if Tom
and then if
Skilling.
that
That
was
would have
filmed
been
in Chicago,
awesome.
that'd be the equivalent of that. Like, yeah, like that would have been our local weatherman, like Tom Skilling or Jerry Taft. Or who had the
Skilling.
greatest weather in history, Amy Freeze. It's like,
Amy Freeze.
that's like you're a meteorologist in Chicago. You had the perfect name for that. It's like
Amy Freeze.
Amy, you were born for that job, basically.
Because Ari already said she wanted to watch all the movies, and I went over all the PG or G movies that we can watch.
I'm alone.
And then I said, yeah, I said, and I'll watch Trading Places and Die Hard away from you guys. Because Ariana was like, yeah, Home Alone.
You watched
She was like Frosty the Snowman, um,
about the Grinch.
The Grinch, yep, Charlie
Charlie
Brown.
Brown. I'd start with Charlie. We get to Home Alone later. We start with Charlie Brown. Christmas time is here. We started with Charlie Brown, baby.
But why our kids make us feel stupid now? Because when we watch we've watched the Halloween and the Thanksgiving one, and Ariana's like, why is Linus outside like overnight by himself? Where are his parents at? And I'm like, as a child, I never thought about that, but our children are more aware than us. Because she's like, and they're trick or treating by themselves. Where are their parents
Why?
at? Are they just outside with no parents
But
trick or
we
treating?
probably actually did that shit back in the day and shit. That's
It
why.
was set in the 60s. So this was set in the 60s.
And
So
by the time in the
I
80s, we
mean,
probably still were trick or treating
and
alone.
we still were probably doing that in the 80s. But
Now I think back, it's like, was it parents? Like, it probably was
the
still.
cartoon was made in the 60s and we were still watching it in the 80s. So, you know.
We probably were doing some of that, like trick or treating with no adults. It's
And
like,
then the things because she was like, and where are their parents at? They're cooking Thanksgiving dinner. But there's no parents here. They're just these kids like having a Thanksgiving dinner. I'm like, Ari, you're like, okay. Like
no,
I didn't think about none of this, but clearly your mind is thinking of this right now.
the
Clearly.
Christmas play, like it was no adult
No
supervised.
adults, no
Like,
supervision. It's like, what is going on?
just like when they say Charlie Brown be the director, why not a teacher or an adult?
Why is not adult? No adults.
Why is Charlie Brown the director? It's like,
No
should
supportive
like
staff is here.
have been
Like
an
no
adult or something
paraprofessionals.
as the director.
Nobody can be here with these children.
And we had school plays, it was always an adult that was the
Who's an adult?
director. A teacher or like somebody else. Like, yeah.
Yeah, staff,
Even a parent, yeah. Even so, even like the
even a parent.
school mom, even it was somebody,
Everybody had the classroom mom. Like our mom was a classroom mom.
some adult that was in charge. So
Yeah.
basically, it wasn't just kids running it. But
But it's just funny just watching when you watch these old shows and then kids point out the the glaring holes in it. And they're like, well, why are they doing it? And I'm like, Ari, just watch it, Ariana. Just watch it.
why did
Watch it, bro.
Lucy have to go find Linus? Where are their parents? She had to
That's
go
what
out.
she was like, why is he
She had to
outside
go
by
out at 4
himself?
o'clock in the morning and find them. And Lucy had to go find them. She had to go out.
That's what Ariana was like.
I beg if Khalil was the person Ariana to go out and get him and say, "What the fuck are y'all at?"
Marcus I just absent.
You gotta go out to like the park and get him and shit.
A damn shame.
Because the age difference is about the same. It's like that.
Yeah.
It's like if Khalil was in a pumpkin patch all night and Ari had to be the one to go out and get him.
Oh my gosh. Make us feel dumb though.
Yeah, we all the Christmas classics. Yeah, what is some?
Mhm.
Oh, the Hood classic has become joined my rotation. Even funnier this year because of what happened in 2024, Friday After Dex and shit, with the whole Cat Williams, Ricky Smiley, and Santa Claus.
Holy moly donut shop.
Holy moly donut shop. Top flight security of the world, Craig. Let's go. All of that. Yeah.
A movie that I enjoyed, that's like within the last 10 years. Almost Christmas was hilarious
Okay, I gotta watch that.
with Danny Glover, Monique,
Sorry.
Nicole Parker,
The cast sounds amazing. I never saw
Carrie
it.
Hilson as the side chick. I know you see that clip with Carrie Hilson as the side chick. JB Smooth,
JB, I'm sold. You said JB.
Kimberly Elise,
Kimberly Elise, TT.
Romany Malco.
Okay.
Oh, your boy is in there. I think the bring that ass here, boy. DC Fly.
It's just hilarious in it too.
Bring that ass here, boy. Oh, Gabrielle Union's in it. More not Morris Chestnut. Omar Epps.
Okay.
So I mean it's a stacked cast. Like you said, you heard me. He was like, okay, JB Smooth, you say you're sold.
I liked him on Curb Your Enthusiasm. Yeah, I thought he was fun.
It's a stacked cast, so it was
this,
funny.
this Christmas is another black classic, I would say.
Of course.
With everybody's favorite mama, what's her name?
Rare Divine.
Divine. You got Delroy Lindo, Idris Elba,
Idris Elba.
Regina King, Chris Brown,
Sharon Lill.
Lauren London's fine ass. So who else?
Kai Pfeiffer.
Mackay,
Ho ho ho.
Santa Claus. David Banner is in it. It's like
I forgot he was in that.
he's one of the bumbling
One of the bubbling
henchmen.
lackeys.
He was one of David Banner.
Oh, Columbus Short.
Columbus Short, yeah, great cast. Laz Alonso, yeah,
Lazlo. Oh, I forgot about Lazlo. His cheating ass there.
his Escalade. That's why I heard he had the dope Escalade. That
The baby, well,
stuff,
baby
yeah.
oil will be well. Is baby? Are we like?
They had a P Diddy party in the movie and everything. Just
Can
go.
we talk about baby oil or no? But she was a baby
Should have been
oil.
Diddy should have been in that scene. He would have said he
I
it
just
would have
remember
been
we
his
were
signature.
watching that.
Use baby oil. Yeah, take that. Yeah.
Remember we were watching it one year, I want to say, and then Feast just kept on saying when Regina King was like, forget this family when she was talking, he was like, all I hear is
Yeah, with
Riley.
the family, he was like, she sounded like Riley.
He was like, all I hear is Riley right now.
This is the height of the Boondocks. Like this is like during so like
He
yeah,
was like, I hear Riley.
that was the height of the Boondocks. So like anything with Regina King, you automatically thought of the Boondocks. Yeah, it was the
She was
height.
like, forget this family. She did sound like Riley when she said that.
It was the Boondocks mania was running wild during that time. Yeah,
Yeah, this Christmas was good.
yeah, another good movie.
Oh, Keith Robinson was in it. I forgot about him.
Okay, he played
Because he was
Lauren,
with Lauren London. Yeah.
third guy. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good movie. I liked it.
Um, what I have? Oh, another slept on one people forget about too is with also featuring Regina King is Enemy of the State is another slept
I
on.
forget about that one.
Remember, he was going Christmas
He
shopping
was
for
going Christmas shopping,
the guy slipped the thing in his
flipped
bag.
the thing in his bag.
He was like he was buying some lingerie for his wife. He was like going Christmas shopping
Yeah,
for.
there was some lingering. He didn't know. He was like, because like when men go in and try to buy, like, what size is your wife? Guys always struggle with the what size is your wife? I've been called from a store before. Marcus like, what's your what size? What size do you need? Like, okay.
He was out
But guys do struggle with that. So that's
man,
why the girl was like trying to help. Like, okay, she like my size. Like, they try to like measure. Like, okay, she about my size, smaller, bigger. So
his name was
they
Bobby,
try to
right?
help
Yeah,
the guys
yeah.
gauge it.
I think Bobby was his character. Yeah, Bobby was out doing his Christmas shopping when the bullshit kicked off. Like when another movie with a great cast as well too. John Voight. What's his name? Gene Hackman,
Jack Black.
Jack Black.
Um,
Lisa Bonet is like yeah, great cast.
oh, whatchamacallit, what's his name?
We never the real Napster. What's his name?
Uh,
We had
Seth Seth
Seth,
Green.
Seth Green. Thank you.
Seth Green. There you
What's
go.
the
The
guy that
real
played the real Napster? You know who
or
else?
Doctor Evil's son, Scott Evil.
Not evil slash the real Napster. It's like yeah, that guy. Yeah. You know exactly who I'm talking about. Scott Kahn was in it. It's like
Scott Kahn. That's another one I was trying to think of. Scott Kahn,
from
because he
Ocean's
was very
11.
early in his
Yeah,
career,
like from one of the Malloy brothers in Ocean's 11.
looking just like his dad.
Just like his pops.
Yeah, it was a great movie. Like I said, very underrated, ahead of his
And
time.
ahead of his time because of like now because of the Patriot Act and all because this is pre 9/11 this movie. Now they really doing that shit like spying on us.
Surveillance.
It's like pre Patriot Act and all of that. So did that movie predict it? Like,
Good have.
yeah,
Damn.
definitely ahead of his time. That one. Yeah. So these are some of my favorite Christmas movies that we just mentioned.
When I'm gonna watch this year that I haven't watched it, I'm gonna watch The Nightmare Before Christmas. I haven't watched that yet.
Yeah.
Because the kid, like Jack Skeleton has made like a comeback now because like a couple of kids have been doing like the Halloween. I've seen like the Halloween decorations with Jack Skeleton. So my kids are talking about, yeah, it's Jack Skeleton. I'm like, okay, I said we gotta watch this movie now because I've never seen The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put that on.
You
I
know,
want to
one
say maybe it's on Disney Plus, probably. I think.
yeah. The one I haven't
Right.
watched in a while, like you add this to your adult collection, is the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Oh yeah, I gotta watch that. Is that on Max? That might be on Max. It feels like.
Possibly Max or Netflix is on one of
But
those.
that WB movie, that's a Warner Brothers film, right? I
I gotta
think,
look it up.
right?
If it's Warner Brothers,
If
it
it's Warner Brothers, it's on Max.
yeah,
If it's Warner Brothers, it's definitely on Max.
yeah.
But I'm gonna watch. I haven't watched that in years either. National Lampoon's Christmas. I haven't watched that in years.
I haven't watched
Probably like at least like probably like 25 years, maybe 30 years.
about 10 for me, so it's been a
It's
while.
been some years.
Yeah.
Like one that I hadn't watched in years and I watched last year was Gremlins. So I'm gonna watch. I might watch that
Another
again.
forgotten Christmas movie is Gremlins. Yeah, people forget. Dun, dun, dun,
I
dun.
think that might be on Prime or something.
It's on one of them. Yeah,
It's on one because when I was looking at my TV last night, like scrolling for something, I saw that. No, it's on Max because it was like it's on Max because they were like, you watched this already or whatever. Like, do you want to watch it again? It's on Max.
yeah.
When I was scrolling through my stuff to see like what because they have like the holiday grid up now showing like watch these holiday classics
That's why
and
I saw Friday After Next popped up in my timeline. I was like, yeah, because I watched it last. So it's like it's in my rotation. I think I watched it the last 2 years. So this will be the
Mhm.
third year I watched it. It's like so that made it into my holiday rotation.
I'm debating if I want to show my kids Gremlin because it is rated G, but then it's
It's
kind of I don't want Khalil in my room having nightmares. He might be scared straight.
and when they murdered
Right.
Lola,
Ariana probably would be like, okay, whatever. She probably won't care, but
I was around her age when I
yeah,
saw
she probably won't care.
Funny too.
But Khalil might be a little, he might be, it might be a little much for
I
him.
found Gremlin funny.
So,
Yeah, so yeah, about that age. Yeah. It's like with Pee Wee. Like I was like Large Marge was funny to me. You were scared
yeah,
of
Large Mark scared the shit out of me. Shit out of me.
Shit was fucking hilarious to me.
I might
Years
ask him to sit
ago,
down and
yeah.
watch it. I might do it and just kind of gauge and see if they want to watch it.
Yeah, feel it out.
Who was Gremlins for? Like we said, because that movie wasn't for really adults and it
Yeah,
really
it's
wasn't for
like you
kids.
can't say it's for kids just because it's too scary, but it's not an adult movie either. Like I don't
It's
know
not
who
an adult movie at all.
Gremlins and shit. Yeah, like I
I
saw
always said the
it,
beat.
yeah, so I liked it, but but if you were a little too young, like
Yeah, I was a little too young, so
well,
I was scared. Yeah.
certain parts of that movie would creep you out. Yeah.
And then every time I see him lift chairs, I think about the lady dying on the lift, like getting
This day, I think about
I
that.
think about that every time. Like I
Funeral.
can never go in life without thinking about Gremlins when I see a lift
Right,
chair.
because that's the first my experience with a chairlift was that movie I'd never seen.
Every time.
But to this day, if I see it, like when they run the commercial
Every time.
with the chair lifts, like for this, yeah, like get one installed for your home for half price. What I still think of Gremlins, even seeing those commercials.
Same. Because they rewired her thing and then it shot her out.
Yes,
These are 40-year spoilers, by the way, because Gremlins came out in 84.
never seen the movie yet.
These are 40 years.
Gremlins,
Oh, another one that's one
murdering
that I'm
old
going to
lady.
watch away from the kids because they definitely be too scared. I'm gonna watch Child's Play because that was a Christmas movie.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch Child's Play this year.
I am Chucky.
That scared the shit out of me as a kid.
I,
Why? I'm Chucky. What am I?
Another one was hilarious to me too.
You were older though,
I
so
might have been in my teens, but I think I was in my teens, but
I was
I was the
Andy's
late
age when that
80s.
came out. I was like his age. I
I
was
was,
at the same age as Andy when that came out. So
I was in my early teens then. So yeah, so that shit was hysterical to me. Like we were
I was like Andy's age when that came out, so I was scared.
another Chicago movie as well too. Yeah, that was a Chicago classic. Yeah, I passed that the toy store every day. This is on
The
Walk
location,
under the L track on Wabash. Like that's the toy store where he found the Chucky doll. Where Charles Ray right possessed the doll right there. Hey, he died on that spot right there before that's where Charles Ray died.
person who still got a career like years and years later. He was still doing the Chucky voice all them years. Like that's him. Like it's always been his voice that's done the Chucky.
Same actor.
Always. So like 30 years later, he's still get his Chucky check.
Outlasted all of the other actors in that movie. He's still around. Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's
Because like you only saw for a
35
second the
years
movie,
now.
he could remain anonymity because you only saw him briefly on camera for a short
35 years
moment.
ago, he
So
might look totally different. He probably
exactly, so he could
completely
remain
gray now and shit. He probably looks like
bald,
another person. Yeah,
he
yeah,
could remain completely anonymous.
he might not even look like that anymore. That was so long ago. Yeah.
That's the cool thing about voicing, being like a voice actor, because you can
Like the great James Earl Jones. Yeah, the late great. I am your father. Yeah.
you can hide yourself. You can hide it.
Yeah.
If all you do is voice act, you can hide. You can really, really hide yourself.
Didn't you say Nancy Cartwright spoke about that in her book?
Yeah, she did. Her book was really good
Yeah.
on it's an Audible sub book. It was
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
Because it was called My Life as a 10-Year-Old Boy. That's the name of her book. So
Even though he's not a voice actor, Jimmy Jam talked about that from Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. He's like, I'm famous enough where I could get anywhere I want, but like once I get inside, I could not be bothered. Like I'm
And
not that.
fade to the black, fade to
Like,
the back. Yeah.
people won't know who I am. Like, yeah, like I can like get in anywhere, but like I can still be anonymous once I get in.
Hmm.
Jam and Lewis, like especially the way they always wear the shades and the
And the
fedora.
hats, yeah.
Just take
The
that
hat
shit
and the
off. You don't even
shades.
know who he is. Then it's like,
Had a little bow tie, had the little tie,
yeah.
the jacket on, yeah.
And when we saw him back at the time, that was like 40 years ago. He looks different now. Yeah, so yeah, you saw him without the so yeah, back in the time days. So you just take off the hat and fedora, you won't even know who he is. So that's
But
kind
yeah,
of
I'm
cool.
gonna get my stuff started. I gotta get because it's yeah, it's like we're getting near the middle of December now. So it's like I wanna start
Most
my
wonderful.
movie stuff.
That's why I watched Trading Place. I said I got to get this ball rolling at some point. I said, why not now? The early December.
And I still have to catch up on new releases because
Yeah.
it's new releases that are coming out.
Oh yeah, yeah. Your movie is now available on Max, I believe.
Yeah, Beetlejuice
Say,
came out
say
Friday.
his name. I'm not saying three times. No, that's Candy, man. I say Beetlejuice. It's like, I'm not saying that other Negro's name.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. One that I did catch up on that I watched last night. I watched Deadpool and Wolverine. I did watch
How
that.
was it?
It was great. If you like, if you like gory violence and like, because some people don't like Deadpool or whatever, but I mean, if you're
It's
into
not for
Deadpool,
everybody. Deadpool is not for everybody.
Deadpool is not he's not child friendly.
Rated
He's
R.
not,
I get why you wouldn't like Deadpool. It's like,
and he's not like
especially let's say like you were like you weren't paying attention. You were taking your kid. You thinking it's gonna be the
like
Spider Man.
Spider-Man.
It's like they're like polar opposites. It's like Khalil loves the Spider Verse. Miles
He
Morales.
loves Spider-Man. He
It's like,
does.
now imagine showing him Deadpool. It's like
Because when I saw the original Deadpool and Marcus put it on, I was like, oh, he kind of looks like Spider-Man a little bit. And then when he put on Deadpool, and I was like, okay, this is not Spider-Man. I was like, okay. I was like, I'm intrigued. So the first opening sequence, the opening sequence with the kill, all the killing that was happening, I was like, okay, I'm intrigued. All right.
reminds me
And
of Leon.
I like Deadpool instantly after that first
Leon,
kill
my
scene.
guy Leon had a hilarious story about that about Team America back in the day. Made by the South Park guy, so you should have known going in. It's like
Yeah.
what America, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. He was watching it with his kids. He admits, okay, you can't. Y'all go upstairs. You can't watch this. It's like because he thinks it's like, oh, okay, because they
Try
don't
doing about
puppets.
face.
Like you think it's like it's a little puppets. He's like, I can't watch this one with the kids.
Because we waited to turn on Deadpool while the kids were occupying their room. Like they were watching their own programs in their room. We're like, okay, we can turn on Deadpool. We can watch we can watch that. And not have to worry about the kids coming in the room looking like, what y'all watching? But no, it was really good. I would say they had a lot of Easter eggs, a lot of breaking the fourth wall, because you know that's what they
That's
do in
what
Deadpool.
Deadpool does. Yeah.
They break a lot of fourth wall, just a lot of references that like when he was saying certain shit, Marcus was like, he just like we were cracking up the whole time. Great movie. I recommend it. Highly recommend it.
Thumbs up, like Siskel and Ebert. Huh?
It was excellent. But I am gonna watch Beetlejuice. I might try to watch that tonight if I have time. I might.
And Deadpool and Wolverine are both separate from the MCU, so that's because right now the MCU is kind of in a funk, in my opinion. It hasn't been the same since Endgame to me. Like maybe
It addresses it's going to be some cameos. It addresses that in the movie. It addresses about the MCU. It does.
MCU hasn't
Because
been
they're starting to move to that next phase in the MCU now. They're starting to move to the new
because this
phase.
phase has been ass. It's like, yeah. And to me, like I blame it. I know when it to me what it is like I say Disney Plus is like what kind of killed the MCU because it's so much. Yeah, like they releasing all these series
Oh
and you gotta
yeah,
watch the shows to get the
to
movies.
get
So
the
like yeah.
references.
And a lot of like if you don't watch like if you missed like what's the name like
Loki.
WandaVision and shit like yeah, you might not get what's going on in the movie. You're like, okay, I'm just not gonna watch any of this shit then. It's like
That's the only one I watched was WandaVision. That's the only one
yeah.
I watched. I didn't watch Loki because they made a Loki. Like in Deadpool, they talk about because
Um
Marcus was like, "Oh, that's from the Loki series." He's like, "Did you see
yeah.
Loki?" Yeah, I'm like, "I haven't watched Loki." So he
She-Hulk, I
had to
haven't
explain to me
watched
that's from
any
Loki.
She-Hulk, I haven't watched none of that. Yeah. It's like yeah.
Hmm. because they do make some Loki references in there. But
It's
I
like,
was still able to follow it. I was able to,
and to me, that's what it was. Whereas before, it was simple. They focus on one thing at a time. It's okay, like yeah, and they all tied together, like Thor tied to the Age of Ultron, which tied to fucking Captain America, the Winter Soldier and shit, which tied to fucking Black Panther. They all tied together and
yeah,
shit.
they all tie together. Guardians of the Galaxy tied with Thanos.
Yeah, Tires of
Yeah.
Galaxy. Yeah, like yeah, they the way they did the first phase was they did one project, but it was tied to like a different one. Like the Infinity Stone, like was basically like the center plot of Guardians of the Galaxy. And then we see
Hmm.
like it's like we see multiple stones. We just saw the one in that movie, but we say, oh, it's like five of them. Like yeah, and like Thanos wants all of them. Like that became like what the movie was.
And then they shut in the end credits
Yeah,
of the
we should
movie
we
because like
saw the
it's
movie
always two
tied
credits,
together.
two
Yeah.
end credits.
Yeah. Like Nick Fury, they showed him at the end of Iron Man. I think was the first time I saw him. Yeah,
I think so.
because because I was like I saw Sam Jackson and said I use Nick Fury because I got Nick Fury the eye patch. I was like, oh, Sam Jackson.
Hmm.
It's okay. Like that's what I think it was the end of Iron Man where they showed Nick Fury.
But yeah, they make it show like they used to do that. But
Now with all
I
this
want to see what this next phase is going to bring because, like I said, I haven't really after Endgame it did
because
after Endgame.
and because we spoilers, yeah, we Tony dies and Steve ages. It's like yeah, so they basically run
TV, yeah.
away the two like best characters in that series. Yeah, the two
They were
characters.
the leaders.
Yeah, and
Like
you
when it
got rid
was
of
when it was a war,
yeah the Civil War.
it
Yeah,
was a civil war. It's like okay, you had Team Cap, Team Iron Man. Who are you? Are you Cap or Iron Man? Which team were you on?
yeah. What are I'm trying to the original Avengers from the MCU were like yeah Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk, Black Widow,
Hawkeye.
and Hawkeye. Was that it? Or am I forgetting somebody? It seems like it's somebody I'm forgetting. Trying to remember who were the original Avengers and
I
shit.
think so. I think it was just those five.
I think that's the five, and then when they started, yeah, like Falcon wasn't one of the originals. I don't think was he. I don't remember. Yeah, I'm
No,
just
Falcon was added a little bit later.
joking, but I know Black Panther was added later. Black Panther appeared in Civil War was the first time we saw him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, um,
And of course, like Spider-Man came later,
Spider Man came like yeah, but
way later.
the during the Infinity Wars, I think that's
Hmm.
his first appearance with him.
Ant-Man came later.
Ant-Man was around that time too. Even though Ant-Man, like be my nerd with Kareem, like he was in the one of the original Avengers from the comics. Oh, how did I forget Thor? Like I knew it was somebody I was forgetting.
Thor, oh, yeah. With
Like it's six Avengers. Like who and Thor was like he was one of the original Avengers from the comics too. That's what made me think of him. Like how the fuck I forget Thor? Like,
with
I
the
remember Hawkeye, but I forgot Thor. Like how did I do
didn't
that?
they show his hammer at the end of one of the Iron Man movies, I think.
Probably I think yeah. I don't
I
know.
think it was at the because I was like, what the hell is that? And Marcus was like, oh, that's Thor's hammer. I was like, oh, because I didn't know what the hell was going on. I was like, what the hell is that?
So yeah, the original six. Okay, yeah, it was
Yeah.
Cap, Iron Man, Thor, Hulk, Black Widow, Hawkeye. Yeah, it was like that's the original six Avengers from the
I know
MC,
how Avengers
not
started
the
because like
comics.
Hawkeye was programmed and like they were trying to get him back because they had whatever had messed him up or whatever, and then he was like on the evil side basically, and they were trying to get him back.
Yeah,
I know that's what the plot was in Avengers, the original Avengers.
yeah.
I gotta go back and watch like all my.
I,
I'm gonna try to watch it
most of that stuff,
sequential. How you?
a lot of that
I'm gonna
stuff
try
would be
to
like
watch it
watching
in
it the
order.
first time again because I haven't seen like some of those I saw like once. Like yeah, for example,
Yeah, because some of those I did only see one time.
like I Age of Ultron, I saw that one
I
time.
saw that one time.
That's
Yeah.
like watching a whole new movie again. It's like like some of those.
Because with a lot of these Marvel movies, like they're like 3 hours long, so
Yeah.
it's like you
Guardians
got to
2, I saw
prepare to.
Guardians 2 I saw like once. The first Guardians I saw a lot. Like shout out to homie Sharif Atkins. That's why but yeah,
I only saw Guardians one
Guardians,
time, and I didn't
Guardians
see the
2 I
second
saw.
one. I never saw the second one.
Guardians 2 I saw that once.
I
Yeah.
never saw that one.
Yeah. I only saw it once.
So I need to sit down. I need to put in order how to watch it to make the storyline make sense to
Timeline
put
is
it
like,
in.
yeah, like the timeline is weird. It's like we'd have to I'm sure it's some kind of guide you could look up like how to watch the MCU.
It, Well, my guy that I'm gonna ask again because like, I had wrote out a list, but then I lost it. I'm gonna ask Kareem. Like, I'm just gonna ask him
He
like,
might know because he
what
knows
order should I watch
the
this in?
stories of this stuff. I don't know, not maybe not so much the movies. He definitely knows the origins of all these characters.
He doesn't because like the thing that he always says is he says start with Iron Man. He says that start with that one. Start with and then obviously end with Endgame. So Iron Man, Endgame. That's how he said.
Yeah.
And he was showing me how to like do it
The
like in
Star Wars,
order.
I know how to watch those
It's,
ones. It's Star Wars, which is now called A New Hope, but it was called Star Wars in my day. Like it's a New Hope, then Empire Strikes Back, then you watch Phantom Menace after that, because like Empire's like I am your father, and then we jump back and shit. Yeah. Then
mm-hmm.
Phantom Menace, then you watch Attack of the Clones,
Attack of the Clones.
and you watch the
Return to Sith.
and then you watch Jedi. That's the order. Yeah. Yeah. You watch the
I'm
original.
going to eventually watch that because I still haven't watched the
And you
Star
got
Wars.
Disney, you haven't watched any. I
I'm
got
gonna
Disney.
watch it one day. I'm gonna watch it.
I wonder what
It's
version.
there on Disney Plus, so I mean,
I wonder
I
what
don't have.
versions are on Disney Plus. You know, George Lucas was notorious for like altering his movies. He was like years later, like he would just change shit because a movie been out 20 years, but yeah, I didn't like that. He was
I
not
don't remember this. I don't remember this Ewok scene. It's like that. I don't remember this.
like that. Yeah, the big one to me that got me was the Jabba the Hutt. I thought I got Mandela. It's like yeah, like the what's it called the Jabba the Hutt was the controversy. I don't know. Yeah, like because like Jabba the Hutt, like we know like the one from Jedi. He makes his debut in Jedi. The big
Mhm.
fat he speaks in like
Yeah.
gibberish and shit. Yeah. That's what we know. But originally, it was a scene like Jabba the Hutt was an off-screen character from like the first Star Wars that Han Solo was. So yeah, it was Jabba the Hutt. It's like yeah, we never see him. But it was a scene that was filmed back in '77 with Jabba the Hutt. It wasn't the guy we knew. It was just a fat guy and shit. But the scene was terrible, so that's why I see why they cut it. It's like, so, this is not working, so they don't use it. So then fast forward to like Jabba the Hutt becomes popular in our world and shit. So guess what Lucas does?
He has the scene back
Adds the
in.
scene back in, but like CGI is like our Jabba the Hutt over the fat guy and shit. Like so the scene is like weird. It's Harrison Ford interacting with like like, but it's like obviously like CGI'd over like the original actor that was in the scene. It was so weird. Like I don't know.
Now I'm gonna look the
I
deleted
hope
scene.
that version is not on Disney Plus.
Now I'm gonna look up the deleted scene from that so I can see the fat guy.
I have I have the DVD set of that. It's just a fat guy, and he was kind of terrible. So he had to feel like a real asshole to get cuffed in the movie, think you're back in the movie, but you're not really back in
Same
the movie. And
CGI.
shit. So he got cut twice from the movie, basically. So his luck just wasn't shit. His scene
Yikes.
when he added his scene back in, they still cut him out somehow.
Yikes.
Hilarious. Guess who else got cut as we shift gears? We've been talking
Oh
about
shit.
Tiffany Henyard, the super mayor. Let's go, man. You heard this story, right?
I have not heard the story. What is going on
Gordon,
with the
Gordon
people's
as
what's was she the people's mayor? Isn't that what she
people's
was?
mayor. Yeah, the ghetto people's mayor. Let's go, man.
I
She
want to say Lil Wayne and I can't see it.
a Little Wayne in a wig and shit. That's what she
Yikes.
young moolah baby. But yeah, she's she's the mayor of Dalton and was over Thornton Township. Was the president, I think, is the position of Thornton Township.
Hmm.
Yeah, I guess
Okay.
he lost that position.
Well,
That's out of there. She lost that one. And how she lost it is hilarious. I'm gonna pull the story up. Yeah. They she pulled a coup and shit. Like they but you can't get mad. Like she been on bullshit. So like they tricked her and shit. They got her
I
out of there.
mean,
Yeah, I don't feel bad for her and shit. Yeah. Let me find this Tiffany Henyard story and shit.
play
But
stupid games, win stupid prizes, ain't that what they
pretty,
say?
pretty much, yeah. I'm pulling it up on her. It's probably on her Wikipedia.
Well,
All
she
right.
has what like all the Amazon that she ordered, she had them Amazon products. So
And I'm pretty sure she didn't rob the town blind. So yeah, she
40,
probably got
what was it $40,000 worth of Amazon, whatever it said.
Pretty sure she got some.
I've never had a $40,000 word from Amazon. I don't know what they was wearing.
Pretty sure she got some nice money stashed somewhere offshore and shit. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
the Cayman
I'm sure.
Islands somewhere and shit, in Bermuda and shit somewhere.
When all this blows over.
Yeah. Okay.
Like Fred's friend Carol. I was watching the episode last night of Sanford and Son with his
Oh,
friend
the
Carol who
robber,
got the $150,000.
the bank robber.
Bank robber episode. I watched that.
But basically, like I tell, I give the short version while I look the story up is typically in Illinois we have primaries, like that's how we decide like our candidate.
Right.
Like we pick the primary and then you vote in a general election like later on in the year. Like that's typically how they work. Is like, well,
Hmm.
they decided to do a caucus and not a primary, like which is legal. There's nothing illegal about that. And caucus is like more
Hmm.
like well, like the people in the room.
Yeah,
It's
the
like, yeah,
people in the room, right?
like the eyes have it, yeah. The nays is like that. Like that's a caucus.
I nay.
Yeah. Yeah, who keeps saying that? Yeah, let's get him, guys. It's like, yeah. And so she was, guess who she was running against? Guess who was like, guess who called the caucus and who ended up running against her? Somebody we know personally.
Ooh.
Mr. Napoleon Harris. It's like,
Oh shit, Napo?
shout out Nate Bowen. Yeah,
Napo?
that's why he is a South suburban guy, so that's his area and shit. Yeah. Nate Bowen is from there. He's from out there.
Okay.
The one who set that up, and then what he did is like to like he tricked her and shit. Yeah, but he held like a fundraiser right before the caucus, basically. So yeah, so basically
Okay,
all of
okay.
his people are in the room. So by the
Get
time
my
her
place.
people get there, like it's at capacity, nobody can get in. It's like, yeah. So then he holds the caucus like with basically a room full of his people, like, yeah, and Tiffany Hanyard, yeah, Napoleon Harris, everybody's hand goes. He's a nominee. He basically
I
tricked
mean,
her.
it's
I'm
called
not going
chess.
to say that what he did wasn't dirty, but
It's chess.
he been dirty all this time. I don't feel bad for her.
It's chess. It's chess.
Hey, there's no honor amongst thieves. They say it's like Victor.
That's the Napo. And then he's still in Illinois doing like I forget what his isn't he like a senate or something position, I think, or
State senator.
president.
Yeah,
I want to say, yeah.
yeah,
I want to say it's because like I saw his stuff when I was in Springfield. I want to say I think he's
yeah.
still
He's state
yeah.
senator.
Uh, uh.
Well, yeah, that shit was like the way it went down.
Well,
I was like, that was like you said, a chess move.
you gotta be a little quicker than that with the guy with the with the fishing line. Gotta be quicker than that.
Oh yeah, whoa, you almost had it. Got caught you $1. Caught you $1.
Whoop.
Almost
I
had
ain't
it.
mad.
Because like some people were saying,
Okay.
yeah, it was dirty. Yeah, I agree, it was dirty, but shit worked.
Well,
Shit worked. And you can't
that's
complain. Like when Homer and them tricked the carnies and
the parties.
they out carnied the carnies and shit. They
He
tricked
drifted you good.
you out carnied them and shit.
But I
But
mean,
that's
you
what happened.
gotta
Like so, yeah. Shout out to homie Napo. I'm
since we
trying to find
staying
the
since
whole.
we talking political, we can stay a little bit political, but nationwide it's political.
What's up?
Hunter Biden.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. We getting there. Yeah.
Hunter Biden.
We getting there. I just wanted to put a button on this Tiffany Henyard story. I just wanted to like make sure like I didn't miss out on anything. Yeah, on the supervisor of Thornton Township. That was the job. Okay,
That was
yeah,
her title.
right, yeah.
Well, she's not a supervisor no more.
And
Her
that's the
term.
money job. It's like, yeah, that's the one. Because like mayor of Dalton carries a salary of around like 50,000. Yeah, that's middle of the road. It's like,
Yeah, modest salary.
but that job was like a $220,000 job. So that was where she
Oh,
was making her money. So yeah, so that's why she's pissed and shit. You lost like a majority of your income is like by
messing with
losing
my
that.
coins.
Exactly.
Mm.
Yeah. So you go from being like part of the 1% to being regular and shit. It's like, hey, so you dropped
Yeah,
way
she'll be
down.
okay.
Yeah. Oh, she done stole a lot already.
Yeah,
So
she'll be all right.
sure
You
the
stole
50,
enough
the
already.
50 is just her play money. I'm sure she stole plenty from the people and shit.
Logging on them overtime hours.
Working 90 hours and shit in a pay period.
Doing too much.
Okay, let's talk about Mr. Hunter Biden and shit. Yeah. All right.
Who was recently pardoned
Pardoned by his father,
by his
President Joe
father,
Biden,
Joe Biden.
as they call, like what they say, the lame duck president. That is the lame duck phase, like
Yeah,
after
because
the
you're like,
election, but before the inauguration of the next
mm,
president. So yeah, it's the lame duck phase. It's like so pretty
mm.
much. It's like you just motherfuckers do whatever they want because it's really no consequences at this
And
time.
then we're going into holiday season, so like they're out, like the Congress is out right now. So
Everybody's on hiatus. Yeah,
yeah.
new Congress starts in January. I think the new session.
Mm-hmm. Because like we're winding down for the end of the year. Like we said, like nothing really counts right now. It's like
Yeah,
we're kind of just like, we're just going through the motions. We just trying to get to January 1st right now. Everybody is. But him being pardoned, a lot of people have something to say about it.
there's a lot of people on both sides of that talking. It's like I'm gonna give
Say
my
about it.
opinion. I'm what are the people saying? Then what are you saying? We'll start there.
Okay, what are the people
What are
saying?
people saying? I was asking what if
Oh,
I'm asking.
some people are saying like I would do the same for my son. Some people are saying, hey, that's not right. Like, how are you doing this? Like, how did he do that? That's not right for him to do that. So you see on both sides where people are agreeing, saying, hell, I would do the same thing for mine. Or it's not right. Like, can he do that? Is that legal? Can he do that? It's like, well, presidents are able to pardon people.
It's not
Why do
about
you
it.
think
It's legal. It's
Lil Wayne wanted to
definitely
get his pardon from Trump
Wayne definitely got his and Kodak Black and
and
shit.
Kodak Black? Why do you think that they got their pardons?
Wayne and Kodak and shit.
So it's not, this is not a thing that it's not just a new
Wayne was looking
thing.
at 10 years and shit. That's why he say,
Hmm.
hey.
A president does have the power to pardon somebody because sometimes the justice system gets things wrong. The justice system is not perfect. It's not.
Yeah.
And you may realize like, oh shit, we fucked it up. So let me make a wrong right. Let me right this wrong and
Yeah.
let me do this.
There are like always ways to undo stuff within the justice system. We're gonna
Hmm.
talk about another case in a minute, yeah. But so what do you think then? Yeah, how do you feel personally? I got
Hey, he did what he needed to do for his boy because Trump and them ain't going. He said, I'm gonna like I made people said that because there's always a joke about Joe being not that mentally, but he proved that I ain't as crazy as you think I am. That's what I think. He said, I ain't as crazy as you think I am. I'm gonna get my boy.
here's my thing on the whole situation is like if I had a kid, like would I pardon him? Of course I would. It's like
Worse.
but here's the thing with him is like he talked all that shit about not being above the law and all of that. Like he shouldn't have said it, saying he wouldn't pardon his son, like what he said previously. That's the problem that I have with it. Is like you didn't have to say shit earlier. You could have just shut the fuck up then. It's like, would you are you gonna pardon your boy? Like, yeah, well we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Just say something like
Mhm.
that. It's like well we'll wait till after the sentencing and then we'll talk about that. So that way now you can be like, well, I never said I wasn't gonna pardon him. Yeah.
Or a simple no comment.
No
That
comment.
always works. No comment is a great
Or
way.
like yeah, like let's wait till the judge send us see what happens at the sentencing.
Well, you don't
Because
have to double back on
it
things.
was a possibility that he didn't get jail time. He could have got
Right.
probation. He could have said, let's see what happens at the sentencing. We'll talk then.
Mhm.
It's like, yeah, then he wouldn't have even had the pardon. But that's what
I
happened. Like
would
I
I
think
would just no comment.
if Trump didn't win, let's say if Kamala had won, he Biden probably doesn't pardon Hunter because with Trump coming in, he's like, okay, let me get my kid out of this because I don't know what's
Get my
gonna
kid out of there.
I don't know what's
You
gonna
be a
happen. Yeah, yeah, like, let me get him out of
you
there.
be an idiot not to do that. That's why people being like, come on.
So I don't know what's gonna happen.
You want to leave your son, and then this person as a figure, Trump is your op. You gonna leave your kid there with your op coming in? Come on now.
But that's
Who does that? Like you definitely gonna pull your kid out. You
that's why
definitely.
That's my take.
100%.
Like, you should have just shut the fuck up in the first place, like instead of
But
saying.
you know, people gotta try to get on their high horse, and then you know how it goes.
And
I
because
have an image. I have
in
to
election,
uphold my
in election
image.
season two is like, yeah, and Democrats tend to be like, yeah, yeah, we're the party of integrity, we're the good guys. It's like you should have just shut the fuck up.
Everybody has an Annalise Keys slash Olivia Pope moment. I'll just say that everybody is gonna have an Olivia or Annalise moment at some point in their life. No matter how upstanding you are, how much integrity you have, everybody has a skeleton or two in their closet. Everybody does.
Or Mayor Quimby, my Simpson fans.
Everybody does. Some people have whole cemeteries in their closet. That's another story, but everybody has at least one or two in their closet.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say about that.
That's what
Because
I
when people,
said. Is like,
I never. It's like,
all right,
yes,
like
you
I'm
do.
cool with that, but like when you like to me, I just don't say shit the first time because then you look like an asshole.
Yeah, people don't know when to.
Yeah, like it's like well, what's his name? Bush, yeah, Bush one, yeah, the father. Like you say, yeah, no new taxes, and then the next year you immediately raise taxes. Like, just don't say no new taxes and shit. It's like that way. You be like, well, I never said I wasn't going to tax you, motherfucker. You just, yeah, like, you just don't say stupid shit. It's like that's one thing. Like no new taxes, and then immediately you start taxing. It's
You
like,
gotta show people I'm different though. I'm the different one. You gotta do that though.
our
That's why people.
fucking mayor did that shit, Mayor Brandon. Well, I'm not voting for reelection. I'll put that publicly. Yeah, he tried to raise his property. Yeah, like he was a homeowner, should definitely be watching it. He tries to raise property like 300 million. He tried to raise property taxes. The government, shout out our city council said, nah, hey, they shut
Nah,
that.
bruh.
Shout out, yeah.
People forget that Chicago, like, I can say a lot of things about our city, but one thing about our city is that we don't take shit. We don't. True Chicagoans don't take shit. We don't.
The city council shut that down. They was like,
And
nah,
we from the city of fuck around and find out. Chicago, you fuck around in Chicago, you're gonna find out. You just are.
facts.
So yeah.
But
You
yeah,
just can't keep on raising taxes and raising. Like you gotta figure out as like we always say, it's not a tax, it's a budgeting problem, I think, with a lot of
y'all
people.
spend too much. That's the
It's a
thing.
budgeting problem. And that just goes across the board, like even on a small scale. If you look at somebody's household and it's like you and your husband make decent money, and then you came and buy groceries this week, like, come on, let me look at your
Uh,
spending.
Shout out my homeboy Ramit. Yeah.
Let me look at your spending. Okay, why are you spending this much?
It's this guy Ramit. He has a podcast. Where they talk. What's his name? What's the name of the podcast again? I can't think of it.
uh Money for couples now, because
Money
it was I will teach you to be rich, but
Teach
then
You to
he
Be
changed it
Rich
because
is
a lot of the dynamic is about the
it's
couples and
mostly
money.
it's mostly couples on the
It's
podcast.
mostly couples
He had
doing
this,
their.
he had this fat, saucy Santana looking dude before, but it's mostly couples that be on.
But
So
yeah, his stuff is I will teach you to be rich. That's his main
that's
thing
just
in there. And
yeah.
money for couples is
Talks
like
about
what he
that too. It's
rebranded
like
as.
he goes through people's finances, like y'all make good money, and then he breaks it down. Oh, this is where your money, this is where all your money goes right here. Like he tells.
And then people can't get me on stuff. People say, I got kids. I'm like, I got kids too. Like people say, I got kids. I'm like, I got kids too. So that doesn't work. That excuse doesn't fly with me. I'm like, where you spend on these kids? Damn, you're spending a lot of money with these kids.
Yeah.
Budget.
So that's what it is cut the spending and shit. Yeah. Don't
Mhm.
raise folks' taxes, cut the fucking spending and shit. That's
Because
what
if you can't manage $100, you can't manage $1,000.
right. Yeah.
You can't. Like that's real talk.
And I'm still under
Manage $100 first before you manage $1,000.
I'm still under the belief that government is the biggest money laundering scheme on the planet. It's like that's why, yeah, like you said, that's why all these billions of dollars like going to Ukraine. Like how much of that is going in these motherfuckers' pockets? And
I keep
we're
on going
sending
back
we're
to
sending we're sending 20 billion in Ukraine. It's like, but you really sent the 2 billion and you took the rest. It's like who's gonna know and shit? Yeah, it's on the
I'm
other side
still
of the planet.
nobody's gonna know. They're gonna know. I always go back to the lottery thing. Like when these lottery winners win, like that's supposed to go to the school system. The lottery money.
Claim is like, yeah, the lottery is supposed to go. How much
It's
of it is
supposed to go for the schools,
much
but
actually going to the schools?
I mean, I see the budget that the CPS is trying to negotiate. I see, I
And we
get those emails.
and we see the line going out the door for the lottery line in every hood. It's like, where's that money going? It's like, yeah, where's the money going?
Your mama doing her dollar straight dollar box.
Yeah. Line going out the door for that lottery every day and shit. Yeah.
Shit, you can even do it on your phone. They have the lottery app. You can do that shit on your phone. You don't even have to stand in line no more.
Yeah, but
So you know they be in it.
where the money going? Yeah. Before we wrap this up, have you followed the Daniel Penny that case? Have you been checking that one out? It's the guy. Remember the Jordan Neely, the guy on the subway that used to dress like Michael Jackson, the guy that got choked out on the subway. I don't know if you remember.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they that's going to the deliberation now. The jury is going to,
Mm.
yeah, and his hung jury is where they at now. So it's like
Mm.
yeah, very interesting. Yeah, because I watched, yeah, I've been following the story, and it is like you can see both sides of it. It's like, yeah, sure, like the guy died in the chokehold, but is he the reason that he died? It's like, yeah, it's like yeah, that's
And
like,
that's all you have to do. If one juror,
yeah, we
you
don't
can
know, yeah,
create reasonable doubt in one.
yeah,
That's all
because
you
the
need, reasonable
jury's
doubt
got
in
to be
one.
unanimous. It's not, it doesn't go by the popular vote. It's like, yeah, we're like most
Mhm.
of us, like, no, all of them have to like say not guilty or like or guilty. They all say guilty.
Just create it in one person.
Yeah. Mhm.
Where if it's enough reasonable doubt where
But one person says like, yeah, he died, but is he the reason why he died? It's like that's all you need is that one holdout. Yeah. Mhm.
hmm,
So that's a hung jury. I think they go back to deliberate. So it's gone if they can't come up with then is a mistrial, like and that changes like everything.
yeah,
Then you gotta decide like do we come back to trial, like or do we like cut a deal? Do we just drop this? It's like yeah, it's a lot of different directions you could take
a
if you
lot of different directions that can happen.
mistrials. Yeah.
And then if it is a case where if he is, if he does get off and then doesn't, then just fade to obscurity.
Yeah.
Pull a Kyle Rittenhouse, just fade in obscurity. So I say just fade.
I,
Fade away.
I definitely would.
That would be my best advice
We
with
haven't
the
really
somebody.
heard, well, because he's on trial. I haven't really heard from this Daniel Penny guy anyway. So yeah, maybe he is this one that's just gonna disappear and shit. Like I've really
Yeah,
heard
fade away.
him and shit like since this been going on. It's like but I I wouldn't ride the fucking subway and shit. Too many crazies and shit. I definitely wouldn't ride the subway and shit because
Yeah, it's a definite,
what do you do?
definitely different
What
from
do you
when we
do? What do you
were.
do if somebody starts wilding on the subway? How do you handle that? Like,
Can't go anywhere.
yeah, how do you handle that? It's like, yeah, because you handle it like this, like, and that person dies. It's like now you want trial for murder. It's like, yeah, it's like, yeah, like how do you handle that if somebody wilds on the subway? And shit, yeah. I saw a lot of people saying change cars. Like, what if the motherfucker follows you? Like, changing cars is not. It's like, good, but we'll see what happens with that. As we wrap up, not another damn podcast. I'm done for the day. Yeah, episode 390. No, no I 390. Definitely appreciate you supporting us. You want to support us further, you know what to do. Give us a like. Also, subscribe, share, rate, review on all your platforms. Talking Apple Podcast, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, YouTube, your Amazon Alexa devices, and you can follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, TikTok, and X, Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well.
And you can check me out at MSIMA8626 on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. Also, SCR8GULLEY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page and check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your vlogs.
I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
We will talk to you later. I'm gone.